72 points. Thomas with 39 goals. Last year he had 41, which was good enough for a tie for the Maurice Richard. Stevens with 60 points as well. We brought over Connor McDavid for some veteran leadership in the playoffs. See if that helps us. And we're going to go with best lines for the playoffs. I really don't care right now. Okay, so we got the best lines. Best lines according to the system set. 110 points. Put us in a tie with the exact record for the Presidents with the San Jose Sharks. So we're either playing. I'll figure how we're playing. Where if we take home the Presidents, well, they got the conference, so we got division. I think. I think they're giving the Presidents to the Sharks this year. Regular season has come to an end. And we're going with the kid for his first playoff experience. And we get the Wild in the first round. So we tied for the Presidents. It was awarded to the Sharks. And let's just go in real quick. Player stats. I want to see how the goaltenders matched up. Telios, 36 wins, 17 losses, 9.6 percentage, 2.2 goals against average. He's considered a rookie, so you should see if he beats out Stolbitz for the Rookie of the Year. As his 36 wins are good enough for 1, 2, 3, 6th in the league. His goals against average, nowhere near Harry Camper of the Sharks this year. Even Aduya had him beat as a starter. Winkler, so about 5th there as well. Let's see how he does come playoff time. So we're. No, I don't. Like, David opens the scoring for us. Good thing we brought over the veteran. Newberry makes it 2-0. Thomas makes it 3-0. So we lead 3-0 after one. Shots are 8-7 in favor of the Jets. No, I don't. Minnesota's starting to run away with the shots now. And we still lead 3-0 despite being outshot 19-13 after 2. No, I'm just doing simulations. McGarth breaks shutout. Talos' shutout bid. McGarth makes it 3-2. Stevens with the empty netter. We take game 1 4-2. Late third period rally from McGarth as he gets 2 past Teslios. The empty netter seals the deal, and 3 stars are Thomas, Telios, and McGarth. And we go to game 2 up 1-0. Game 2 now. No first period goals so far. Dmitriev scores on the rookie. And they lead 1-0 after 1. Shots 10-6 in favor of the Jets. As they got to our young kid. And McGarth makes it 2-0. And we trail 2-0 after 2. Shots 19-18 in favor of us. And Winnipeg makes it 3-0. Then they go on the power play. And they shut us out. In game 2, shots 28 apiece. Erickson, McGarth, and Schwartz with the 3 stars. Minnesota is the bane of our existence right now come playoff time. Series shifting to Minnesota for game 3. And we take an early long penalty. Shots 11-10 in favor of Minnesota after 1 no score. Still no score. No score going into the third. Shots 23-15 in favor of us. And we might be 0-0 after regulation. Shots 36-24 in favor of the Jets. No score in regulation. And Verbata ends it early in overtime. We take the 1-0 lead win in game 3. Erickson, Teslios with a shutout, and Richard Verbata the 3 stars. We take a 2-1 series lead as we go to game 4. So we had the offensive explosion in game 1. We've struggled to score since. Shots 14 to 12 after 1, no score. We have the 2-1 series lead. Lambert scores, make it 1-0 Minnesota. Thomas scores to tie it up. And shots 23-21 after 2 in Game 4. Series lead going to Winnipeg 2-1. It's tied 1-1. Let's see if we can get the next goal and win this game. No, Allen scores early in the third. Whitaker makes it 3-1. And we are going to drop Game 4 3-1. Shots 30-27 in favor of us. 3 stars. Erickson, Jua Allen, and Daniel Lambert. Go back to Winnipeg. Best of 3 series. See if we can take the edge and give the rookie and take some pressure off our rookie goaltender. But Winnick makes it 1-0 early. It's all Minnesota in the first. As they are out shooting us and outscoring us. Shots are 14-8 after 1. Minnesota leads 1-0. Shots 25-18 after 2. Still 1-0. As I said after game 2, Minnesota is the bane of our existence. Whitaker with another one, I believe that's his second of the game. Minnesota is going to take the 3-2 series lead as we cannot score on home ice. Shots 38-32. 3 stars. Erickson, Teslos, and Winnick. And that is the second time we've been shut out on home ice in this series. We need to win this game. Early power play, we can't get anything on it. Lambert makes it 1-0 late in the first. Shots 14-9 in favor of Winnipeg. Down 1-0 in Game 6. And we are down 1-0 after 2. Shots 23-18. We need 2 goals to stay alive. Take a late penalty. That seems to be the killer. And Minnesota shuts us out 3 times in this series. Erickson stood on his head. Telus and Lambert with the 3 stars. And we are out in the first round for the 3rd time in franchise history. Oh, see, he retires. As the Detroit Red Wings winning the Stanley Cup. And the San Antonio Rampage with the Calder Cup. Minimum cap is 111 million, maximum is 131. Send him overseas. Draft lottery results should be in any second. With the Buffalo Sabres, number 1 overall, Tampa Bay, number 2, courtesy of Montreal, courtesy Tampa. The Islanders, St. Louis, Nashville, Rangers, Vegas, Anaheim, Arizona, Vancouver, Colorado, Pittsburgh, Ottawa via Philadelphia, Montreal, and Boston via Toronto. And Connor McDavid hangs it up. 716 career goals. He had 43 points his last year. 853 assists. In the playoffs. In the playoffs, he had a goal and an assist for us. Not the kind of veteran help I wanted in the playoffs, but it was worth a shot. Keep him as long as I can. Thomas, you got your extension already. Yeah, there's not much I'm putting up on the block. I should throw picks. Let's take a look at the rest of the award winners real quick. So I did award the San Jose Sharks the Presidents. That's back-to-back President wins for them. McLaren, so obviously going to Detroit because they won the Stanley Cup. Oh, no, sorry, the Whales, sorry. So Sharks did make it to the Stanley Cup final. Just ended up losing to Detroit. Keep forgetting Detroit's in the East now. And the player awards this year. Art Ross going to Riley of Calgary. The Hart Memorial going to Camper. The Norris going to Bednar. That's his 5th or 6th win with that award. Copeland. Staubitz gets the rookie. I was kind of hoping my goaltender would have won that. Staubitz. Conn Smythe going to Jensen. The Vezina going to Camper. The Jennings. Camper alone this year. The Masterson going to Bugner. Selke once again going to Bork. The Lindsay going to Camper. And the Maurice going to Riley by himself after sharing it for 2 years. Okay, and we are done with the awards. I'll get those into my spreadsheet later for anyone who wants to take a look. Thomas Stevens, Newbury, Verbata, Benoit, Twice, Gorlo, Yeah, I'm gonna leave. Yeah, it as is this year. So we picked 27th overall. Medium elite defenseman, nice. Then we don't make another pick till the 5th round. Okay. Come on. The other guy went. So we only get 4 picks, 1st, 5th, 6th, and 7th in that year's draft. Get through the re-sign phase. We have how many players under contract? So we're gonna lose Bodie. He was -3 in the playoffs. Kirk Bodie. We'll release you from your contract. As we only have $4 million to play with this year. Let's get through and see if these guys all resign. Pitt accepts. Emmets accepts. Thingman accepted. Accepted. That's it. We are set for free agency. Okay, so your contracts, what gaps do we have this year? 4 centers, which is good. 4 left wingers. Okay. 4 right wingers. 6, 7 defensemen. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hennessy, they're not developing the A, so I shouldn't A. 14, 59 points. Need 2 games, so let's see, what'd you do last year? 3-3. So it's going to be interesting what I'm going to have to do. So I'm going to need at least a forward. See if I can get a left winger on a cheap. Yeah, see if we can get a left winger cheap, and then or right winger. kill me a bit more. Only played one game in the NHL last year. Goals. Matthew Tkachuk. What do you have for playoff experience? Nothing. Wow. I almost looked at you, Adam, because of his age. Okay, I can't afford Gordy. So, we're going to target Matthew Tkachuk as a 5th forward, as a 13th forward. What's Hennessy looking at for a contract? Okay, so get him at 3 at 1.7. Okay. Let's see if we have Matthew Tkachuk. Turned on second screen. Peterson to us, 2 years for a second, and that declined. So Matthew Tkachuk accepts his 1-year deal. Gugna accepts his extension. Trade. What is McDonald's overall? Does he fit the scheme I'm looking for? He does. He's 29. Probably can go draft. Say on next year's draft. And Dice accepts his extension, so I'm okay there. Ooh, man. Now I'm over the cap. Let's edit this trade. Ottawa could be a good cheap option. Depending on his age. 29. Nah. Fine. Maybe one little off-season trade and you get nothing but trades. No. Fine. Lane to us for a second. I'm just going to set up next season and call a break. Try to catch a little more sleep before work. It's my Friday tonight. Captains should be the same as last year. Thomas, Bednar, and Bulios. Got a call for defenseman. Let's go like the edit lines. Why do I have so many? Roster moves. Okay. I'll go that way. So McDonald's not impeding on that. Best lines there. Edit lines. Just want Halpern up there. I didn't know Halpern's a grinder. Okay. Let's do grinders and power forward. That should be a tight hitting fourth line. Two and one. Good. Okay, so we're all set. The big guy we have to resign is Hennessy. McDonald, Halpern. Hennessy, Halpern, Chuck is probably just there to retire. Give us some extra guys. And we're going to call it a day there. I'm going to try to get some more sleep. So I hope you enjoyed the playoffs. Set up to the next season. I'll hopefully be back at some point tomorrow. Have a good day.